Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala rasulullah. This is BeholderGuard speaking from Athens, Greece, and welcome back to another video where I refute the Christian scriptures, which Trinitarians love to use in order to prove that Jesus Christ, Isa alayhi salam, is God. Now, the next classic argument, and I don't know, for people who have been actually following my videos, I follow an alphabetical and numerical order, so they could be in order. That's why I cannot interrupt. Okay? I know that I get requests from brothers and sisters, Jazakumullahu khair, to make other videos, but I don't want to interrupt. I want the flow to be, in order. So I apologize for that, but it makes sense. So, Gospel according to John, chapter 20, verse 28, the classic argument, my Lord and my God. Okay, so, of course, we've heard the argument, the counter-argument from Rahimahullah, Sheikh Ahmed Didat, who says, what happens when something happens in front of us, you say, oh my God, oh my Lord, and this and that. And then an anti-Islamic article, I have it in front of me, said the following. They say, quote, the anti-Islamic article, to see just how utterly desperate this common Muslim response is, note that the following texts say about using God's name in such a manner, because we say, of course, we Muslims say that it's not derogatory. So they say, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Exodus chapter 20 verse 17, as Deuteronomy 5:11. We'll try to make this as short as possible. Now, and they say that a God-fearing Jew would never use God's name in vain, that this is just a weak argument and we're committing a chronological fallacy. Total BS, has nothing to do with that. And here's the response for that, by the way. In order to define what exactly thou shalt not take the name of the Lord God in vain, what it actually means. So, make use of the name Lord of our God or any other name and epithet of the divine being in light and trifling way without any show of reverence to him and affection to him, whereas the name of God ought never to be mentioned but in a grave and serious manner, and with an awe of the greatness of his majesty upon the name. The Tanghams and Onkelos and Jonathan restrain this to swearing by the name of the Lord, and so Jewish writers generally interpret it either of swearing lightly, rashly, or falsely. And to this it may be extended, though not limited, and so forbids, as all profane oaths, imprecations, and curses by the name of the Lord, which the mouths of the wicked men are full of. So, swearing by it in matters trivial and of no importance, for swearing even by the name of the Lord ought not to be used in matters of moments and consequence, for the confirmation of a thing, and putting an end to strife, and where the matter cannot be determined and decided without an appeal to God. And great care should be taken that a man swears to such which is true and not false. For swearing falsely or perjury is a very grievous sin, and it is strictly forbidden. It is severely punished by the Lord as follows. See Leviticus chapter 19, verse 12. This is a beautiful article, by the way. It's a counter-article to that anti-Islamic article that he wrote. This is the third command, and the reason enforcing it follows. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. See that? That's the counter-argument. It's a very good counter-argument. Will not look upon him as an innocent person and treat him as such. Will not acquit and discharge him as just and righteous, but on the contrary, will consider him as a guilty person, a profaner of his name, and transgressor of his law. Allahu Akbar, there it is. And will condemn and punish him, if not in this world, yet in the world to come. And so the Targum and Jonathan, by the way of explanation, adds, in the day of great judgment. And it also tells you, see Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. So as you see, just because someone might say God's name as an expression or surprise does not mean that he used God's name in vain. So that anti-Islamic article is false. Okay, they're the ones committing fallacy. He did not insult God in any way. He did not ridicule or degrade God in any way. If that was the case, then every time any of us say, oh my God, in a state of surprise, then that would mean that we are committing a gross sin, which is absolutely nonsense. And one more point I would like to say before I close this video. Please remember that the Gospel according to John, especially in the part in 20, John 20, from 25 to 31, it's a third party speaking. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Consider giving it a like, a share, a subscribe, or even a dislike if you hated it. No problem. Truth is the truth. وَقُلْ جَاءَ الْحَقُّ وَزَهَقَ الْبَاطِلُ إِنَّ الْبَاطِلَ كَانَ زَهُوقًا. Qur'an 1781. Anyway, and that's it for today. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. Assalamu alaikum ya Muslimin, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.